So up until 2 months ago, I'd never heard of a data subject access request. I mean, forgive me for my ignorance, but I didn't know we were able to go to the banks and find out what personal information they held about us. So I popped in the request and, I kind of expected, oh, he's a politically exposed person. The compliance rules are so excessive. It's not really worth us banking anybody that's a PEP or even their family members or even their associates. That's what I expected. What I got was a bombshell. I mean, I've never seen a file of such vitriol, bile, hate, and prejudice. I mean, Russia is mentioned 144 times. I mean, talk about a hoax. So don't listen to any of the spin that we've had subsequently of them attempting to defend their position out of sheer embarrassment for what they've done. I was gotten rid of because I didn't align with the bank's values. I didn't know it was a political party. I thought it was just a bank. So I was genuinely, to begin with, I was absolutely gobsmacked. And then I began to laugh because it's frankly so blooming ludicrous. I faced all sorts of press articles that were just wrong, and many of which damaged me, many of which caused hatred to be put upon me. But that kind of goes with public life. You can't, MPs saying, well, I'm getting horrible things said about me or death threats. I'm afraid, it used to be poison. When I first started, it was poison pen letters, in green ink. We think this about you. Now, because of the internet, it's easy, isn't it, for trolls to pile on and make your life a misery. The difference with the banking situation for high-profile public figures or political figures is they're now going after the families as well. And that's what's really upset me in all of this. This isn't just hurting politicians. Thousands of small businesses have been closed down this year. Do you know why? Because they take cash. The local window cleaner is being told, sorry, we don't want your account. You're taking cash. You might be a front for a Colombian drugs gang. And so, it's the classic sledgehammer to miss the nut. So I've gone public because these people don't have a voice. I've gone public because I want legislative change and I want it fast. And I want ultimately to get to a position where everybody in our country has the right to a bank account. Without a bank account, without an attached card, you literally cannot function in the modern world. You become a non-person. So I've picked this up, and this is not, believe you me, this is not just me venting my short-term anger. This is a crusade to get fundamental change in an industry that's frankly gone rotten. And what I will say is this. I have been a real thorn in the side of the Conservative Party and the political establishment for a quarter of a century. And, they haven't exactly been, in the past, come out with a tray of gin and tonics for me. But, people like Grant Shapps, whose worldview and mine are incredibly different. And suddenly these people are saying, do you know what? This guy's right. He's right. Something wrong has happened here. The Prime Minister has intervened. He tweeted, Elon Musk liked it. This has gained currency in 48 hours in a way that I could not have imagined. And so what next? Well, Parliament's off on recess. But I honestly believe that the Treasury Select Committee needs to meet very quickly. Let's get the boss of NatWest Bank, Dame Alison Rose, ahead of that committee. Let's find out what's going on. Let's ask why that banking group has become so politicized. And we're quite entitled to do this as 39% shareholders. And then I hope we can put some legislative change in place very, very quickly. I've been used to being a Marmite figure. I've been used to people either loving me and wanting to buy me a pint, or in some cases being quite upset and abusive that I'm even in the same restaurant. So I've been seen to be, and we were split, weren't we? 52-48. We were very, very split. And in many ways, the Brexit referendum still defines us as human beings. Within our own peer groups, we're Remainers or Leavers, and that'll last, I suspect, for a very, very long time. There have been some silly people who've said you deserve not to have a bank account. Okay, fine. But actually, this is not about left or right. This is actually, a non-partisan issue that needs to be supported. And I've been rather humbled, actually, by some of the support I've got.